What's good, y'all? It's your favorite 35-year-old, 35 and a half-year-old virgin, Uncle Dave, back in the house. So, uh, I thought that I would just come into this one, like, just straight up on some story time shit. I want to tell you a story about how me, 35 and a half-year-old virgin that's never had a girlfriend, it's like but like that's like not entirely true. Like it is true. It is absolutely true. But it's like that's not the full story, right? Like I've had opportunities and I wonder if you guys ever had too. And honestly, this video is not meant to be like specific for just the bros or anything like that. Like I wonder if anybody, man or woman or otherwise, 2024, has had this kind of experience where like you don't actually have any experience with having a long-term relationship. However, it's not like you haven't had close calls or like nobody's ever showed interest in you. You know what I mean? That's what I really kind of want to talk about today. So I think I've had like a couple of experiences that I could probably speak on, but the one that came to mind that I wanted to talk about today was like literally like a girl that I was interested in was also very clearly interested in me too. But I guess like two things happened, right? So let me start with the way that I met her, right? So I went on study abroad in Japan for a year at a university, and that was cool. Now, I was already an old fucker at the time. I was already an old dude at the time, relatively speaking, right? Like in college, you're like 18 to 22 usually, right? I was 27. I was kind of a late guy in terms of not starting my college career, but just like finishing it. Anyway, I did get selected for that. That was very fortunate. That was awesome. And so I go to Japan to this school, and basically like we're taking sort of the entrance exams and like placement exams, basically like, okay, like everyone's here to learn Japanese, but like how good are you already so we know where to put you so that you're actually learning anything. So I do that, and like honestly day one I saw this girl. I won't go into too many details about her because like you probably, if you ever find this, you probably know who you are. You probably know that I'm talking about you. But I won't get specific just in case. Honestly, I don't even know if I really have to go to that length because the romantic tension was, but by the end of the year that we kind of spent together, as students, I think a lot of people definitely could tell. They were like, "Yo, there's," and it was like it was more often the other way. It was like, "Bro, she's looking at you, bro." And there would be times, where basically like if me and this girl were like in the same vicinity and like she'd be like looking at me kind of longingly, like kind of like, you know what I mean? Like there's definitely something. And then like other, like some of my friends would notice, they'd be like, bro, like she's looking at you again. Like, bro, like you got, like even one of her friends knew that like she was kind of into me because like winter break was coming up. And I was talking to, no, it's like, we're all friends, but like these two girls and other girls would hang out a lot. And like even she was just like, oh, so you're not really going anywhere, blah blah for like winter break. Well, if you and her should definitely do something. I'm just saying. Like she kind of just like threw that out there, like, well, you and this girl should definitely do something together, probably sometime. And it's just like, oh, like you're basically like outright suggesting like we all know that she's into you. We all know that you're pretty interested in her. But like honestly, this, as the virgin, as the never dated, never had sex before guy, I'm surprised that it came to this. I guess this is maybe the point that I'm trying to get at with this, telling this story. I liked her first in my mind, you know? Like, I'm just this, like, old guy. She was, like, maybe 20, I want to say. I'm over here literally 27. And, like, I saw her, you know, like, first days of class, during the placement exam, whatever. And it's just like, wow. You know, like, there's a lot of cute girls in general, you know, like, new to me. A lot of cute, young college girls. You know, like it was definitely an interesting time, right? Like it was like a lot of like, oh, whoa, she's kind of bad. Oh, she's kind of cute. Oh, wow, she's really pretty. But like this girl in particular was like, for me at least, it was like definitely like a different vibe. She was a lot more shy, a lot more quiet, but she was also kind of mysterious looking and like I don't know if I want to call her sexy. She wasn't a sexy type of girl. Like she wasn't like a like slutty or anything like that, at least in appearance, you know what I mean? Like, but she gave off a bit of a sexy vibe. I don't really know how else to put it. Like, it was definitely, I was feeling it, you know? I was like, ooh, and she got the, she used to wear like a choker and stuff, and it was like really cute. I was like, oh man, she's really cute. I like her, you know? Like, wow, who's that one? And then it turned out that we tested into roughly the same placement. I took some classes in the upper intermediate, and I took some classes in the regular intermediate, and she was just full regular intermediate. So we had some classes together. And as we got to know each other, and I don't even really remember how we like met and got to know each other, but like I guess you could say these were dates, but we weren't dating the way she framed it. Like she was just like kind of seemed pretty interested in me, seemed to like me a little bit, like maybe as a friend, and that's how we did these things. Where it was just like, you know, it's a new school and we're in Japan and stuff like that. And like she would just kind of suggest like, "Oh, I want to go check out that facility at the university. Like, let's go." And I'd be like, "J- just me and you? Just me and you?" She'd be like, "Yeah, let's go. We should go there. Let's try it. Let's go check it out." And I was like, "Okay. This is different," you know, like I was like, well, she's just very curious and wants to explore, I guess. This is cool, you know, like it was like, you know, definitely the butterflies. I can kind of feel them right now as I'm talking about it. So we went and like kind of like just toured the campus, like literally just the two of us a little bit, you know, like we went to some places that like were a little bit off the beaten path and like we weren't necessarily taken to on like the tour of the campus, or maybe we were like we passed by it, but she was like, I want to go inside, you know, or I want to just go check this out. And so I tagged along with her on these little expeditions around different facilities in the campus that most study abroad students really had no reason going to. Not that we were like not allowed to go, but just like we didn't really have any, we didn't have any classes or clubs or anything like that there. So we were just the only two people there. And I think a lot of people basically like they were not really in use, or like maybe they were, but like deeper into it. So like it was literally just us kind of like almost like exploring abandoned places in a sense. Like it was literally just us. Like it's not like we were like surrounded by people and we were just like walking around and it's like, oh, hi, hi. No, it was like us just kind of around, you know? And this is cool. Like I was just like, holy shit, like this is basically a date, right? But like not really. Like like she suggested the premise and she like I'm just tagging along with her because like why not? But also like I think she's pretty cute, so you know, maybe this could go somewhere. I don't know. You know, not necessarily like we're gonna go find like a lonely place and then start making out. Like in my mind, virgin mind, I'm thinking like maybe this is the start of a relationship. You know, maybe the way that we started this one, I remember there's one scenario or one occasion that we had where like basically the school had like multiple cafeterias, and I had never been to this one that was like at the top of this one pretty tall building at our campus. And she was like, let's go have lunch there. And so me, her, and one of our friends from class, we went to have lunch. And then the friend from class was like, well, I have another class coming up, so bye-bye, you two. Have fun together, alone together, bye-bye. You know, and just like dipped off. And then it was like, I think maybe this was the start of this little expedition, right? Where we just got done with lunch, and she's like, yeah, let's go explore since we don't have classes for another couple hours. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. She's like, well, I'm gonna just go use the restroom first real quick, you know? And then I was like, yeah, me too, just had lunch, makes sense. Bro, when I tell you I was bricked up. Like, I went to the bathroom and I was just like, holy shit, dude. Like, I'm actually alone with the girl that I kind of dig. Like, and we're about to go do stuff alone together. And I was so hard. I wasn't necessarily thinking like I'm gonna get down with her or anything like alone. It was just like the fact that this was happening, period, had me. Yeah, like I was just so basically like I was in the, I don't know. I feel like I actually still got out of the bathroom before she did. But like it took me so fucking long. Like I had to like stay in there. I was just like I cannot leave this bathroom right now. I am like like I'm like I don't know what's going on here. This is my first time basically being like having a date with a girl. Essentially, like more or less like it's kind of a date. It's not officially a date. It's not like, I mean, we kind of started it with a meal, and then we're about to go do something kind of fun together alone. I don't know what this is, dude, but we're not dating. I don't know what this is, but that's the girl that I like, and she wants to do stuff with me. Like I didn't know what to do. So I had to wait for it to go down, and then I got out, and then eventually she came out too. I was like, oh, man, I think I was literally in there for like at least 5 minutes, literally just waiting for little Dave to go down, take a nap. And then we went and explored and did stuff together. So that was like, that was a cool experience, right? Then I guess like, so that was cool. Like we definitely had like this little tension between us, right? But then, like, I don't know, there's a couple of things that, like, went awry, I guess, So, not in a bad way. Like, I think we ended mostly, we left each other amicably, like, friends. Basically, it was always friends. We were friends the whole time. But, like, there was one occasion, man, this is so sad, because, like, I was still so immature. I guess, like, in a sense, like, I took it really personally. So there's this time, I think this is the main reason why nothing actually happened between us, is because we went on, like, a little group date. I wouldn't say it was, like, a date, really. It was just, like, there's, like, I don't know, you might have seen them. There's, like, those jiggly pancakes that they make in, like, Harajuku, and basically we wanted to go to this one cafe that somebody saw the video for that on, I don't think TikTok was a thing at the time, probably just Instagram or YouTube, where it's like, oh, this one cafe, I think it was called Cafe Graham. I don't know if it's still around in Harajuku, but we were like, yeah, we're going to go there. We're going to go there, and we're going to have the jiggly pancakes, right? But like, I don't know, basically the way these things go is like, they're like limited supply and you got to get there at like a certain time and like wait in line and stuff like that. So basically we didn't make it to that one, but there's like another cafe that had them. So we waited for that one. And it was going to be like more of us, like it was going to be like a mixed group. It was like guys and girls. Again, not really like a date per se. It was just a group of student friends going to Harajuku and inner Tokyo area to go have jiggly pancakes. Nothing crazy. But the fact that I was going with girls and I was going out and it was going to be with that girl involved as well, I was like, dude, this could be my chance to like maybe just actually have more time with her outside of class or outside of school. So like literally the day before, night before, I was literally like trying to put on like the best clothes I had brought with me, like I was trying to look nice as if it was a date, more or less, I even wore like cologne. I was over here like deciding what shirt, and this younger guy that was in my dorm, honestly, he was like one of the RAs at the dorm, Like he was low key making fun of me. He was just like, you're really preparing for this like it's a freaking date, aren't you? And I was just like, yeah, man. I don't know. The girl I like is going, you know. So cute, so innocent. But then like we make it there, and then like we're hanging out, and we're going, and things are cool, more or less. But then we're gonna take a group picture, and I guess like I don't know. I didn't really know what to do. I didn't think it would be that big of a deal, but like we're lining up for the group picture, maybe group selfie, and I just kind of put my arm around her like this, and I thought maybe that was fine for like a friendship type of thing or not, I guess, right? But like I didn't really mean much by it, but I just thought like like basically like I kind of just did it. I kind of just did it like just trying to be like fun, like just in the picture. There's other people in the picture. It's not like it's just me and her. But like before we could even take the picture, she was like, "Oh no, 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 no. No. See, my dad, he's like really strict, and he doesn't he basically is like made me promise like I can't date, I shouldn't date, I shouldn't do anything, with guys until I graduate and get a job first." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And like in that moment, I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, that's cool. No problem." Just regular picture, just like leaning in to fit us all in the picture kind of thing, right? But that threw me off for the rest of our time together. Like for the rest of the group event, it wasn't even a date, right? For the rest of the hangout, I was just like, we definitely both like each other, right? So like, if I can't even put my arm around her in a group photo, and you could just be like, "Oh, that's just my friend," if he were to see it or something like that. If I can't even put my arm around you in a picture full of people, and I really didn't even mean anything by it. I guess in a sense I did, but like not really. Like I wasn't trying to claim her or trying to make a move. Like it was literally just trying to make a friendly gesture. I didn't know what else to do. What am I like just only like peace sign or something like that? I just thought like instead of just doing that, maybe I could just you know it could have been anybody in a sense, but I guess there was a part of me that was like, yeah, but she's standing right next to me because we like each other. So like she's right here. Why not just? And then I just spiraled. Basically, I was just like, what's the fucking point? Like internally, I was just like, that threw me all off, dude. I was just like, I just had a fucking mood. I was just like, if I can't even put my arm around you, then we can't do anything, can we? Like, no matter how interested I am in you, and no matter how clearly interested you are in me, to the point that that's your takeaway. That's your immediate takeaway is that, like, I would love to probably, possibly date you, but, so basically, like, I know where this could go. I know where this might go, because that's what's on my mind too, but I got to shut it down because if my dad sees this, he's going to flip. And I was just like, we can't even do anything then, right? Like, I can't put my arm around you, so that means no kissing. So that means no love hotel. That means really no actual dating, right? What's the point? And I was just like fucking done after that. Like, in that moment, I was just like, oh yeah, yeah, no problem. And then after that, I was just like, these fucking pancakes are not even that good anyway. Like, you know what I like? I was just like super bummed. And then after we did eat the pancakes, and I was just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here then anymore. Like internally, I didn't say all this, but outside, I was definitely clearly funked up. And basically, I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm done here. Like, basically, you got it was. This is the other thing. It was supposed to be a mixed group of guys and girls. Somehow the other, I want to say it was like two guys that were supposed to come with us, they both bailed. So it was me, that girl, and like three other girls. So I was like, okay, well, I'm the only guy in this group. And the one girl that I like, she's basically just shut down doing anything, really. I can't even put my arm around her in a picture, like just as a friendly gesture. What am I supposed to do? So I was like, you know what, girls? Yeah, I think I'm gonna just head back to the dorm because it's like, we got the pancakes and, now y'all just want to shop, but like, am I supposed to just like follow like 3 girls around and shop? Like, obviously, probably, yeah, right? Like, that's probably not the worst way to spend a Sunday afternoon or whatever it was. Maybe it was a Saturday. That's not the worst. It shouldn't be the worst. I think I would relish in that kind of activity to actually be, hey, if I can't date her, maybe this will open me up to be able to have more experience around girls in general, right? Like, I didn't necessarily want to date any of the other 3 girls either, right? So I was just like, now looking back, it's like I could have gone and shopped with 3 girls and just had fun with them, I guess, right? Like, would that really be so bad? But I guess part of me was also like, but I can't make a move, or I won't make a move on any of them. So like, what does that really make me? I didn't really know what that left me at. So I was like, you know what? I think, what was it? Like, I want to say Pokemon Sun and Moon was just starting around that time, and I think also like Boruto, the anime, was just starting at that time. I was like, yeah, what is it, like 5? Yeah, I think I'm gonna just head back. I'll see y'all at school. Pokemon's coming on. I wanted to watch that, but you know what I mean. So I'm gonna just head back, and y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Get home safe. I'll see y'all at school back on Monday. Later. And like, this is like the more, maybe not infuriating part, but like, this is what I mean. This was like the crushing part of it, right? Even when I'm like clearly in a funk and clearly like, no, I actually just want to be alone. Like, I was literally like, they were like, oh no, I mean, like, you can still hang out with us, and I was just like, nah, I just want to go. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm just good. I just want to head back. Sorry. Like, they were still trying to like let me be included in this little group. And even when I'm clearly just ready to fucking dip because I'm realizing like, oh, I can't do anything with this girl that I like and she likes me. Like, this is the weirdest situation. Even in that, she was still like, oh, well, maybe I'll head back too. Maybe I'll go back with you. Like, she was literally like still trying to spend time with me. Alone, basically. Like, she was willing to like leave, and I was like, no, 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 no. Because I can't even put, like, internally, like, slight internal monologue, like, parentheses. It was like, because I can't even put my arm around you in a picture, group picture. So you just, and then in parentheses, no, 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 just have fun with the girls. Y'all enjoy your day. I'll see you at school, later. And like, she was still trying to come back with me. And I don't know what that would have led to, because I would have just been more frustrated. Like, what can we do? Like, we clearly like each other. But then after that, so that definitely like ended everything, right? Because like, I guess like in hindsight, there's a part of me that's like, if I were a more sinister guy, if I were a fuckboy, like some of my friends, or I guess like, associates at the time, basically it's like I could have, what do you call it? I could have corrupted her, right? I could have been like, come on, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Your dad doesn't have to know if we don't tell him, right? This could just be our little thing. Why not? Have some fun. We're in a completely different country. I could have been like more like, come on. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I won't do anything that you don't want to do. It's okay. But like, let's just have fun. Like, I could have been that guy, right? But I, 27-year-old virgin and no dating experience, I wasn't willing to do something like that to a girl that was like 7 years younger than me, but liked me. I didn't want to abuse that level of I don't know, influence. And I think maybe this was the other thing that like killed it for me, I guess, was that she was definitely still into me. And I guess like there would be times where like, like if a decision to do something came up, and like maybe like, I guess like the best way I can explain it is that she was a yes girl, in the sense that, maybe she kind of expressed that like she had a preference between, well, just in the most generic way possible, like between A and B, she might say she wanted to do A, and then I might say I prefer to do B, and then she'd be, oh, well then let's do B, and I'd be like, right, like I'd be like I don't know. Even as a virgin, even as somebody with no dating experience, this girl that I liked somewhat became unlikable for me because now it was like too easy. But then the frustrating part was that it wasn't too easy because I couldn't even put my arm around her in a picture. Like what am I supposed to take from this? What am I supposed to take from this? You are making it so easy. You'll do whatever I want to do. So like there's no chase, there's no hunt, there's no thrill, right? But even if there were, we can't do any, like even if you literally just open your legs and are just like, take me, and then it'd be like, oh really? And then I would be about to go in and she'd be like, no wait, I'm sorry, actually I forgot about my dad. Like I don't know what to do here. So basically, I think the yes girlness kind of turned me off of her as well. In addition to the fact that like ultimately I was trying to be respectful of like how her dad felt about things, you know. So I mean, I guess I could just end that one there. That's the story of mutual attraction between 27-year-old virgin, never had a girlfriend guy, me, had a girl that he was interested in also be interested in him, and it was still a fumble, like a massive fumble. I guess like a little bit of an epilogue, right? So, like I said, she was a little bit younger than me, a little bit, and then like so basically a couple years later, I graduate, and then I think she also graduated from college, and basically like I kind of fell out of contact with a lot of people. I mean, still to this day, I kind of fell out of contact. I stopped using Facebook and stuff like after I graduated because I just wasn't really going anywhere in life and I didn't know what to update Facebook on after graduating. Like it was like that was like my last major update. It was just like, hey, I graduated, and I just went like dark, right? But I'd comment or whatever every now and then, and I don't know. So this was weird. Like she graduated, and then like she DM'd me, and she was just like, I'm sad. And we didn't really talk through DMs a whole lot. Like maybe we did a couple times, more so like while we were still in study abroad, or maybe immediately following after when we all went back to our respective countries. She was just like, I'm sad or I'm upset or something like that. And it's just like, what do you mean? You just graduated, right? Like congratulations. But like I didn't talk to her this whole time, or I didn't really like outright say congratulations in like response to one of her things or whatever. It was like in response to like, oh, like like kind of just checking the backlog real quick. Like, what do you mean you're set? Wait, you just graduated, didn't you? Like, congratulations, you should be happy, right? And she's just like, no, but I don't know. It basically, it was really vague and ominous. I was just like, can you tell me what you're sad about? Or upset about? Like, what's going on? And I feel like all I can infer from the vagueness of it was that basically, like, she wanted me to congratulate her. She wanted me to, like, be the first. Like, she wanted me to approach her to congratulate her, or be more forward and, like, talk to her. Maybe, like, basically, like, maybe as if, like, almost like on some anime shit, like, we never made this promise, but, like, maybe it was like, well, once she told me that like all her dad's stipulations were graduate and get a job, I think maybe she was basically trying to say like, so just wait for me to do that and then we can start like a long distance relationship. Or maybe she was kind of saying like, I'm sad that you didn't continue to try having a long distance relationship and basically like waiting it out with me. I don't really know. That's all I can really take from the way that she kind of put that out there. Like she was just like, I'm sad, I'm upset. She wasn't saying that she was upset with me, I think. Maybe I'd have to go check those DMs. I'm pretty sure that's like some of the last DMs we ever had. But like, I don't know. I got the impression that basically she was trying to say, I wish you would have waited for me, or I wish you were like waiting for me this whole time, and I'm sad that you didn't, I guess. I don't know. She was a little bit confusing. Definitely a lot younger than me, so probably a little bit lacking in the maturity in that kind of regard, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm the mature one. I don't know. But yeah, so what's the moral of the story here? What can we take away from this? That was a rambly story, but I told you all the juicy details there. I mean, nothing ultimately happened. Not a kiss, not even like a really long hug. You know what I'm saying? No, nothing. We went on a couple little dates, I guess you could kind of call them, right? So that's cool, but like otherwise, not a whole lot happening, you know. So what can we learn? Uh, I don't know. I guess I really just wanted to say that even if you are a virgin, you know, well into your late 20s or early to mid 30s or whatever, it's like that doesn't mean that like nobody's looking for you or nobody's interested in you, you know? And I guess like sometimes it's really that like you've been given like very blatant opportunities. At least that's the case for me, right? Like she was definitely trying to give me some very clear opportunities to basically corrupt her, essentially. And I mean that almost in a consensual way. Like I think she was basically laying out the fucking floor plan of like this is how you can convince me to do whatever. I don't know if that's right to even think or assume, but that's what it kind of feels like in hindsight. She was basically laying it out there like, these are the rules that I have to play by, but like, you can basically be the person to like throw the rule book out and be like, we're gonna play by some different rules or something. I don't know, and I'm not sure, right? Like, is that what it means to be a leader? You know what I'm saying? Is that what it means to be like I guess like the decision maker in the relationship? Did I fumble in that regard, or was I actually honorable and did the right thing by like not trying to force her to do anything that would have gotten her in trouble with her parents? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I did the right thing. I feel mostly good about it. But just from the perspective of being like 7 years older than when all of that happened, damn. Yeah. You know, like being older and basically still being a virgin and not having any relationships. I kind of just can't help but wonder, like, maybe that was my chance. Maybe that was my chance to break that streak and get out of this state of being. That was the most clear, obvious, blatant chance that I had, and you could say I blew it, but like, did I really though? Or did I do us all a favor? I don't know. So, yeah, I'm going to leave this off here because I'm sure that was still plenty long. Hopefully the audio on this one is better. And I will see y'all in the next video. I could probably think of some other shit to talk about like right now. So let me cut this one off. Peace.